ambitious? And if your answer is yes, then prove me how you are ambitious and how much ambitious you are. And I know most of the people we're gonna say something like, okay, for ambitious also, we have to determine how much and how we are ambitious. Or they will say, no, I am having that burning desire to achieve my goal. That's why since past few days, I am waking up early, and sooner after I will be successful, I will just gonna start earning crores. And that's what will gonna happen. Or, I'm like overweighted, I'm suffering for obesity, so I am just following currently exercise, I'm following exercise and my diet. And since past just 1 week, I am following it. And I feel I am truly ambitious, and just after 3 months, I will gonna have that fit body with big biceps. I feel that I am ambitious. Or like, I feel I am ambitious because yesterday I literally worked hard. I studied, I do the exercise, I completed my all tasks, I completed my office work, I did meditation, I woke up early yesterday, everything there. And I feel like I am ambitious, and sooner after I will just gonna gradually meet all the exams. And that's what I feel like I am ambitious. Then if you all are thinking something like this, that you are living in wrong family, just come out of it. Reality is something else. And if I tell you with surety that, hey, you do not even know that are you truly ambitious or not, or how much ambitious you are, because everybody is thinking after waking up at 4 a.m. after 2 days, or just eating healthy for 2 days, or just doing exercise for 2 days, everybody is feeling like, hey, they are so much ambitious. After a particular point of time, they will be successful. They will gonna have the biceps and abs, slim body, or they will be so much knowledgeable. But that's not what the reality is. Just for doing for 2 days, everything doesn't decide. Then you might ask me that, okay, but how it decides? Because since past decades, we are just determined by it. Then if I tell you, then I am having a solution for you. You know, just to determine even ambitious, there is a particular technique which you can apply anytime, anywhere. And it's just two-step method, two-step technique. And it just don't even define that, hey, are you ambitious or not? But it defines how much ambitious you are you truly ambitious you are or not? Or in the future, you will gonna have results or not. So this technique is this much powerful, and let us know that, hey, how much ambitious you are. Now let's check how much ambitious you are. By the way, this technique includes just two-step simple method. Just two-step. Don't worry, this two-step doesn't mean that, hey, these two steps will only show you that, hey, are you ambitious or not? But these two steps will tell you everything, every single thing, every bit and byte that, hey, are you truly ambitious or not? Or that, are you truly ambitious or not? Or this ambition will give you result in the future or not? Or how much level of result it will give? High, low, what kind of result it will give? Every single thing, this two-step method will show you. So what are you waiting for? Let's measure your ambition level towards your goal. So it includes two-step method, as I told you. The first one is, if you want to measure your ambition level, so the first one is the size of your action, and the second one is the kind of burning desire or urgency which you're having inside of yours to implement that thing. Size of your action and urgency to implement. You can take it in a negative way or a positive way, that high level of tendency or low level of. Let's take an example of waking up early. How if you're having this much kind of, you decide that you will want to wake up at 5 a.m. and for few days or few weeks you are waking up at 5 a.m. But slowly, if it is becoming something like that, 5:01, 5:05, 5:09, you're waking up this time, then it is showing that the size of your action is going down. The urgency, you're not having that much. Laziness have included. And it is even simply showing that in the future, you won't get to have enough results. You will be back to your same path. The size of your action has destroyed. The urgency, you're not having because you're procrastinating. Or when you're waking up, you're feeling something like, hey, you're not having that burning desire that, hey, I have to do something because I want to achieve something. You're feeling lazy. You're like, no, why to wake up? You're feeling lazy. You're saying, no, 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 it's still dark. My parents are sleeping. Everybody's sleeping. Let me also sleep. If you're feeling something like it, then it shows you're not having any urgency. You're not having that dedication, that burning desire, that urgency. But if you're waking up, you're feeling like, laziness, okay, but I also have to do. If I will wake up, then slowly, slowly it will include into my habit. And if you're thinking something like it, then it includes an urgency level, burning desire level. It's same with the diet. That how you're taking your diet. You decided that this particular thing you will take for diet, this particular, like, let's suppose protein, let's suppose some kind of fruit you preferred it, or you are suffering from high level of obesity, you would suggest that this much amount of rice, this much amount of vegetable, this much amount of that chapati you will take. So how you're planning it? You're thinking that, okay, I'm feeling more hungry, so you're taking more rice or more chapati. I know it's kind of childish thing, but that's what actually shows your ambition. So if you're again thinking, or you're thinking that let's have some more, little bit more, then it's showing that you're not having great amount of urgency. Your urgency or burning desire is not there. And size of action, destroy it completely. Or if you're thinking something like, no, food, hunger, okay, but I want to focus on my results. So let's kill the desire and focus on what I actually want. I will want to have this much, and that's what. Or you are taking that and you're like, neglect your hunger and just focus on the result. And if you're that person that, hey, no, doesn't matter what, doesn't matter I'm feeling hunger, doesn't matter I can even have more rice, more chapati or something, but no, that's what my diet, that's what I have to take it. Then it shows the size of your action and that desire and urgency to implement. And that's what. And same with the exercise. It can happen sometimes you're feeling laziness to just go and exercise. It can happen sometimes you're feeling like, hey, let's miss cardio today. Let's miss this exercise. Let's miss jumping jack. It's like kind of heavy exercise. Or let's miss those burpees. Let's miss plank. Or let me just do 5 push-ups instead of 10. Let me just do 30 seconds of plank instead of 1 minute. Oh no, I don't want to do it. You're procrastinating or you're having that laziness. Then it's showing that you're not having urgency. No. And if you are feeling that laziness, but still you're thinking that no, I want to have results. I want to have results. So let me just do it. Or you're killing that laziness, you're still doing, then it is showing that, hey, you are having the tendency, that the burning desire. And that's what. And lots of time people measure ambitions in this way that, hey, for 1 week or for a few days or 2-3 weeks if they are doing, and they feel like, oh, they are ambitious, they will gonna be slimmer in just within 2-3 months. But no. This ambitious, this particular thing of waking up at 5 a.m., following your diet or doing exercise for 1 or 2 months.
So the amount of dedication and ambitions which you are having at the day 1, that must be there, that hey, tomorrow I will gonna wake up at 5 a.m. Why? Because I want promotion. Why? Because I want better health. Why? Because I want to be much more successful. And according to most of the billionaires, they wake up at early morning and specifically at the Brahm Muhurat, and which is the most important time. If you wake up early at that morning time and you do meditation or exercise or you do anything, then it become much more powerful. Or if you read out your goal louder, then the chances of achieving it become more easier. And if you were having the tendency that, hey, I will gonna wake up, I will gonna achieve it, if you're still having that burning desire, that urgency to implement, then I can say to you, hey, absolutely, it's guaranteed you will gonna have the result. But not just after 1 or 2 days or after particular weeks. No, that thing must be consistent for 2-3 months. 2-3 months. That thing must be consistent, and this should not happen that hey, for 1 or 2 days you are like, okay, today let me just wake up at 5:05 a.m, 5:09 a.m, or 5:10 a.m, but nothing much will gonna happen. Nothing much will gonna happen. If you're having that thing, or if you're having that, hey, no, I will just gonna sleep for 5 minutes, then it is showing that hey, you're not having that sense of urgency. Or if you are having, then sooner after you will gonna not have that thing even, because then you will start coming in that same path which you were yesterday, and that's what gonna will actually happen. And same with the diet. Are you having that thing that hey, no, I have to follow my diet, I have to eat what I have scheduled to eat, I have to eat what I actually made to eat? Or you are like, no, today is my birthday, today is my friend's birthday, today is the last day, today is the last day of this thing, or today is one of the special day, and let me just eat little bit of sugar, little bit of pastry, nothing much will gonna happen. If you're having this thing, then it is showing that no, you are not having that urgency, that burning desire to achieve. And that's what. But that thing must be there. And remember the amount of the dedication, ambition which you were having that day one to achieve, that must be there. And if I tell you the one of the personal incidents from my life, I was literally not too small, but I was pretty much small. I was like, I was actually 9 years when I actually decided that hey, I will actually gonna wake up at 5 a.m. I was actually 9, and so I was unable to, like, I was actually, before I was not actually waking up at early morning, like at a 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. So it was hard for me to randomly one day wake up at 5 a.m. So what I actually did was, to just wake up at 5 a.m., I then slept whole night, so that I can wake up 5 a.m. and prove to everybody that hey, I can wake up, and sooner after I will gonna achieve my goal, and I will gonna become international public speaker and so on. And I didn't sleep that night. So the dedication which you were having at that day first, that much dedication should be there. And one more thing I want to tell you, that hey, lots of time what actually happened, people say that hey, I'm having too much work, too much that thing. So it doesn't matter if you're having too much work or whatsoever, you have to still wake up at 5 a.m. Doesn't matter, sometimes you cut short your sleep, but still. So it's your responsibility to manage it. It's your responsibility to manage it. And even I also should say that hey, if you want to wake up early, you have to schedule. You have to schedule your sleep, for how many hours you're gonna sleep, at what time you will gonna sleep. Because you must have heard that early to bed, early to rise. And you have to obviously go to that same time to sleep every day, and that will gonna be in your schedule. And lots of time you must observe that people are saying that hey, 6 बजे मेरी आँख खुल जाती है, 5 बजे मेरी आँख खुल जाती है. Why they say this is just this thing? Because they have scheduled this thing in their routine, that hey, every day they just wake up at 5 a.m, they just go to sleep at this particular time, and that's what has been happened. And even I have observed myself and lots of other people who actually do exercise or go to gym, actually for some reason, some urgent reason, when they are not actually able to go to do exercise, what actually happened, that at that point when they are supposed to do exercise, let's suppose from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. they're supposed to do exercise. So due to some urgent reason, they are not able to go to do exercise. So what actually happened, their bodies start activating, their bodies start giving them signal that hey, you have to go to exercise. What you're doing, you didn't did exercise today. Their bodies start like doing something, giving signals to them. and they automatically get that reminder that hey, they have to do exercise. And I have even personally experienced this, and that's what I want to tell you. So let me just summarize this what I have actually told you in this video. So if you want to measure your ambition, you can measure it by these two things: the size of your action and the kind of urgency which you're having to implement that particular thing. Even I have given you example of waking up early, doing exercise, and following your diet. And even if you want to measure it, don't measure it for after waking up daily for particular 3-4 weeks or following it for 3-4 days. No, if you want to measure it by after waking up for particular months, 2-3 months. Else anybody can wake up for 2-3 days or 2-3 weeks. Nothing unique in it. So that is what. And even if you want to measure that kind of urgency, that sense of urgency which you're having to implement it yourself, you have to measure it by that hey, are you kind of procrastinating or having that laziness that hey, you are slowly coming on the path of like you're waking up now at like 4:09, 5:09 or 5:10 or slowly 5:15. So in this way also you can measure it, and you can know that hey, are you having still that dedication or not.